Hello, dear fans, friends, and subscribers of Cricket Happenings. Welcome to the show. And on this particular show, I'll be talking about the Indian team selection for the West Indies tour, which was the Indian team selection, which is for the uh, one dayers and the test matches. And the lot of talk is going on as to why Cheteshwar Pujara was dropped from the squad. Right. So I'm going to analyze the Indian team selection for the tour of West Indies. And today we had an upset in the ICC T20 World Cup qualifiers where Zimbabwe upset the apple cart of the West Indians. But, well, it's quite a different thing that Zimbabwe and West Indies joined by Netherlands, who beat Nepal. Nepal was thrown out of the tournament. Yesterday, United Arab Emirates was thrown out of the tournament. And today, Netherlands threw Nepal out of the tournament. So, from this particular pool, it's West Indies, Netherlands, and Zimbabwe qualifying. Even though the West Indies have qualified, let's remember that when it comes to the run rate, Zimbabwe are having a very good run rate. They have 6 points now. They're carrying forward their points to the Super Sixes as well. So that is a good thing. So West Indies have to really, really work hard, or else they will be missing the World Cup. So that is going to be very, very interesting. The next week we'll see whether what's going to happen, because the Super Sixes would have started in the ICC T20 World Cup qualifiers. So that is something I'm going to talk about. But I'm going to basically begin. Let me begin with the Zimbabwe West Indies match, and then we will talk about the team selection. So, talking about the Zimbabwe West Indies match today, the 13th match in Group A, which was played at the Harare Sports Club today, where the Zimbabweans batted first. Let me first talk about the Zimbabwean crowd. The Zimbabwean crowd are a very, very noisy crowd. They absolutely enjoy their cricket. You could see the passion with which they support their team, the way they egg on their countrymen, and the way with lot of sound. I really, really love this vibe of the Zimbabwean crowd, who really, really support the team. And it came to such an extent when Zimbabwe actually won the match against the West Indians. You saw Sikandar Raza doing a lap of honor, going and thanking each and every spectator for all the support that they had given. And that is something which I have not seen any time in cricket. And that was a very fine gesture by Sikandar Raza. And definitely, as I said, Zimbabwe love their cricket. They have an intense passion for cricket. And we see they really, really helped their team today to get into the, not only get into the Super Sixes, but also go and upset the West Indies. So I'm going to talk about that. So let's look at the Zimbabwean batting here. If you look at the Zimbabwean batting, the Zimbabwe were definitely, the West Indians were doing well, the bowlers were doing well, but I have to talk about the West Indies fielding. Well, this was an absolutely a very, very shabby effort from West Indies in the field. They dropped a lot of catches. The man of the match was Sikandar Raza. If you look at it, 68 runs of 58 deliveries, 6 fours and 2 sixes, and he was dropped even before he reached double figures twice. And who was the luckless bowler? It was none other than Alzari Joseph, who was the luckless bowler today. And, well, if you're going to feel like this, being a quality team, really, really, there is something seriously wrong. You saw what Shai Hope, the captain, said in the post-match press interview, and then we also had the coach Darren Sammy expressing, saying that Zimbabwe deserved to win, West Indies did not deserve to win. Like, let's so looking at the card there, they got an early breakthrough. They got through the early break, not an early breakthrough, I would say. The partnership was good. Joy Lord Gumby was with the Craig Irvine, the captain, who played a good hand in knocking 47 of 58, 7 fours. And Joy Lord Gumby, the wicketkeeper batsman, made 26 of 50, 2 fours and 1 6. So not a bad start, 63 in 15.3 overs. Medivere was out for 2. Sean Williams contributed 23 of 26, but Sikandar Raza, as I said, just lived a charmed life. And after that, Sikandar Raza is another quality batsman. And look at what damage he can done. He did immense damage, 68 of 58 balls. And then he got good company from Ryan Burl. Now, Ryan Burl, we have seen that many a times he has come to the rescue of Zimbabwe, no doubt about it. And this was a good partnership. It was an 87 runs partnership between him and Sikandar Raza. And Ryan Burl's contribution was an exactly 50 runs of 57, 5 fours and 1 6. And after that, even though Blessing Muzrabani and Chatara got a streaky partnership in the end, Zimbabwe, I thought, still did well because at one point, I think 41 overs, they were 210 odd, if I'm not wrong. But they went on to 268. And finally, that 268 score definitely proved a winning total. One thought that probably looking at the grounds here in Zimbabwe and looking at the history, I mean, looking at the matches that has happened between Zimbabwe in this particular tournament in the qualifiers, we have seen tall totals have been notched up. But looking at this, one thought the total was below par, but definitely Zimbabwean bowlers really stuck to their task and saw to it that their team won the match. Looking at the bowling, I know Jason Holder, none for 46, but Alzari Joseph, I really feel sorry for him. You can't be dropping catches which are like a dollies to you in this form of cricket, and West Indies definitely have to really have to work hard. 10 overs, 2 minutes, 242 for Alzari Joseph, the luckless bowler. Kyle Mayers, 8 overs, 142. Kimo Paul, 10 overs, 361. Akil Hussain, 2 for 45 of 8. And Roshan Chase, 1 for 27. Now, the West Indies started their chase. They were chasing 269. They were chasing 269 for victory. And looking at the West Indian card, Zimbabwe, the Zimbabwean bowlers, even though I thought the start was pretty good because they needed at a clip of 5.37, and the West Indian openers Brandon King and Kyle Mayers pasted 48 runs, so that was good going at the start. But later on, the Zimbabwean bowlers came like Muzrabani, who's a good bowler, went and picked up the wicket of Brandon King. And then Kyle Mayers, after making a very nice 56 of 72, departed 8 fours and 1 6 to Masakadza. Johnson Charles was cheaply dismissed for just 1 run, so that was a big blow for them. And then Shai Hope, Nicholas Puran and Roston Chase. Now, Shai Hope and Nicholas Puran tried to steady the ship there, but they could go only as far as 30 of 39 deliveries for the captain with 3 boundaries. And Nicholas Puran made 34 of 46. And that was a big wicket when Nagarava. Now, one thing I would like to talk here is that we saw that there is no decision review system in this particular tournament. I am really, really questioning it because how important a World Cup qualifier is, because you never know. Probably it might come to the wire, probably a last ball victory, and the LBW is not given. So we had where the captains can't appeal for an LBW once again. So that really makes it very tough. And I'm really surprised that cricket, the standards should always be the same. It should not be different. And I'm really surprised that there is no DRS in this particular tournament. I really very surprised about it. One thought that should have been a must. That should have been there, but that is not there. Very sad about that. Puran was not happy with the decision, but he had to walk off. LBW ball Nagarava 35. Nagarava was all. He was absolutely pumped up. He was bowling superbly, I thought. The tall guy, very nicely built. Puran got 34. Roston Chase was the one who was trying to hold it as far as possible. But again, he started running out of partners, barring Jason Holder. Till Jason Holder was there. And Roman Powell going to just 1 run of 2 balls. Again, there's no decision review system here, but this was probably plum. And Zimbabwean crowd was totally vociferous. The clanging of bells and all those sounds that they were making. And the Zimbabwean crowd, as I said, they are really, really, they really, really uh, you know, really push up the tempo of the game, and they are so supportive of their countrymen, and that's what one comes to. The That's how you should be passionate about cricket. So that was very good to see. And then, as I said, Jason Holder was there. Hope was there with Roston Chase because both were accomplished players. But once the wicket of Jason Holder was gone, who tried to glide it to third man, and Chatara picked up his wicket, and then there was no contribution. Skimo Paul definitely had the ability to bat, but he was just gone for one run again. This Sikandar Raza coming and claiming him LBW at that particular juncture. So that was a very crucial wicket, according to me. Akil Hussain also, he has the ability, but again, he had the ability. Alzari Joseph had the ability, but he was gone for three. And then finally, it was left to only Roston Chase was left out. It was Roston Chase who got out at the final bend. He was bowled by Chatara by a very good delivery with Snake then, and he made 44 of 53 with three boundaries. And then it was all over when Alzari Joseph's wicket was taken by Tendai Chatara, the most successful bowler with three wickets. And that was the end of the West Indians. They were bowled out for 233. Zimbabwe winning by 35 runs, and Zimbabwe marched into the Super Six. And West Indies West Indies are also into the Super Six. We'll look at the point standings as well shortly. But let me also give you the the bowling figures of the Zimbabweans. Wellington Masakaja started the bowling attack, 7 overs, 1 for 39. Tendai Chatara, 9.4 overs, now 52 runs and 3 wickets. It was good to see Tendai Chatara among the wickets. Blessing Muzarabani, 7 overs, 1 2 for 33, did a wonderful job, but Richard Nagarawa was simply superb. 6 overs, 2 maidens, 2 for 25 returns. Wesley Madivere, 2 overs, 1 for 14. Sean Williams, 2 overs for 14. Razar did a pretty good job, picked up some useful wickets in the final stages, 8 overs, 2 for 36. And Ryan Burl, 3 overs, none for 16. So congratulations to Zimbabwe. They have reached the Super Six. So they're taking the first step towards stepping into the World Cup in India. But again, still a long way to go. The Super Sixes is something they have to go through the Super Sixes stage now. And West Indies, I think they would have to really, really work hard. And their fielding, can't be running ragged like this, which is not going to help matters at all. So now, as I promised you, and also let me just very briefly touch, I'm not going to go into the details. As I said, Netherlands beat Nepal today to send Nepal out of the tournament, as Netherlands occupied the Super Sixer spot for themselves. Nepal batting first, 167. The highest scorer, I think it was 33, coming from the captain himself, Rohit Paudel. But Logan Van Beek was superb in his bowling. He extracted nice seam movement in the air, and he picked up his career best figures, 9.3 overs, 1 maiden, 24 runs and 4 wickets, supported by Basdi lead, Vikramjit Singh with 2 wickets, and 1 wicket apiece to Clayton Floyd and Aryan Dutt. Netherlands, they did it in a very convincing fashion. Max O'Dowd was in an absolutely punitive mood as he crashed 90 runs of 75 deliveries, which included 8 fours and 4 sixes, 30 from Vikramjit Singh, and Basdi lead was there in the end to take them to victory with 41 of unbeaten 41 of 39, and had 6 boundaries in that. And Netherlands going on to a 7-wicket victory in the 27.1 overs, doing good, very, very good things to their run rate, I suppose. And that was it as far as Netherlands and Nepal were concerned. Now, as I promised you, I would like to just very briefly go through the point standings here in the ICC World Cup qualifier. Zimbabwe have 6 points. Their run rate is pretty good. Then they have Netherlands, who are second. So West Indies are placed third with 4 points on level with Netherlands. And as I said, Nepal and United States have been sent out of the tournament. In the Group B, Sri Lanka have 4 points. Scotland have 4 points. And Oman. So all the 3 teams are locked at 4 points. Tomorrow, there are some good matches coming up in Group B. I think it is Sri Lanka taking on Ireland. And Ireland almost out, doesn't have much hope because, as I said, Sri Lanka, Scotland, and Oman have already taken 4 points. I think United Arab Emirates and Ireland are United Arab Emirates for sure, they're out of the tournament. Ireland also, I think the third match, I think Ireland will also be out tomorrow, even though they get 2 points. They won't. So Ireland is also out of the tournament. So it is going to be Sri Lanka, Scotland, and Oman, proceeding to the Super Six. Well, without wasting any time, one important thing that I want to talk, I do see one of the gentlemen here who is talking about Indian team selection being horrible. Yes, I'm going to talk about that, mate. And let's have a look at the Indian test team, which was selected for the West Indies tour. Now, if you look at the team there, Rohit Sharma, Shubman Gill, Virat Kohli, Ajinkya Rahane. I'm very happy that Ruturaj Gaikwad and Yashasvi Jaiswal, the young players who have been doing seriously well in the Indian Premier League, have finally got the nod. I mean, Ruturaj Gaikwad has already had the taste of international cricket, but Yashasvi Jaiswal, the young talented bloke, has finally made it. I'm very happy for him. So, and KS Bharat will be doing the keeping duties. Then the spinners, Ravichandran Ashwin, Ravindra Jadeja, Akshar Patel. The pace department will be manned by Shardul Thakur, Mohammad Siraj, Mukesh Kumar. They have rested Mohammad Shami. Jaydev Unadkat is also there. Mukesh Kumar is a very good selection. He's been knocking on the doors of Indian cricket, and I'm very happy that they have realized Mukesh Kumar's potential has been realized, and they have decided to rope him in. Ishan Kishan is a wicket keeper, but Navdeep Saini. Now, Navdeep Saini, for me, Navdeep Saini, yes, he's a good bowler. He was in and out of the Indian team. But I'm just trying to think, what is the best thing that Navdeep Saini has done to merit a selection in the Indian? I was a bit surprised at that. But I'm absolutely shocked, is the word, when we talk about Cheteshwar Pujara. If you had told me that we have rested Pujara, I would have definitely taken it. But now you're telling us that Cheteshwar Pujara has been dropped from the squad. Now, why was he dropped? Well, he has been playing in English county cricket. Yes, and the critics have been coming very strongly as to why Cheteshwar Pujara has been dropped. I am questioning the same. He has been scoring prolifically in English county cricket. He has been scoring double centuries and centuries. He played in the WTC against Australia in the final. He's scoring 49 and 52, and that's not a bad score according to me. And well, you have dropped him like an absolute ball, I would say. Yeah, India has dropped the ball by dropping Cheteshwar Pujara. And I think that's the most shocking omission I can ever think of. Cheteshwar Pujara is a man who is tailor-made for Test cricket. He has a wonderful technique, and he still has some lot of years left in him as far as cricket is concerned. And well, I don't know what was the reason that Cheteshwar Pujara was dropped. It has come as an absolutely a shocker, an absolute shocker, one could call Cheteshwar Pujara being dropped from the Indian Test squad. And as you know, Sunny Gavaskar has really questioned it. Yes. So let me get out from here and let's talk about the ODI squad. Now, ODI squad, let me first go to the real thing. The real thing. Yashasvi Jaiswal has been scoring magnificently in the T20 cricket in IPL, and he has got the nod into Test matches. Yes, I'm happy about that. But I mean, you know, the World Cup is coming in India in another 3 months' time. So, I mean, why would you not put? This was a right opportunity, according to me, to put Yashasvi Jaiswal into the Indian ODI mix and test him out on international waters and just see how he goes. Because now we don't have much time. I think this was the right time for Yashasvi Jaiswal to be blooded into the ODI squad because one needs Yashasvi Jaiswal for India in the World Cup. And I'm really, really surprised at that selection as well, because I would have preferred Yashasvi Jaiswal to be put in the ODI squad first instead of putting him into the Test matches. I'm not denying. Yes, he's a person who is absolutely made for all the three formats of the game. There's no doubt about it. But at least now, with the World Cup, ODI World Cup coming up in India in 3 months' time, he could have been put in the Indian ODI squad for the West Indies tour. Well, that is something which has really surprised me. But other than that, the selection has been good. Ruturaj Gaikwad, the Sanju Samson, very happy for Sanju Samson. And I hope Sanju Samson can make the best out of it. Hardik Pandya is the vice captain. Ravindra Jadeja, Akshar Patel, Chahal. Again, there is no Kuldeep Yadav, Yuzendra Chahal, Jaydev Unadkat. Umran Malik is there, so I'm happy about that as well. But as I said, my only thing is that why Yashasvi Jaiswal does not figure in the ODI setup when if India is looking out for a future for the youngster, then I think it would have been time for, I hope things change over there and the Indian think tank decides that probably since Jaiswal would already be there in the West Indies, he could probably be, Indian think tank actually changes it and decides not only let him play in the test matches, but also I would really request the Indian selectors to go ahead and give an opportunity to SSV Jaiswal in the ODIs against the West Indies, because ODIs are the one that India should be concentrating on. And we know the World Cup is not far away, just 3 months away, World Cup. So we all know that, and it is going to be played in India. And I mean, what greater joy and encouragement you can give to a player who is a budding youngster who is already, the world is noticing him, and here comes Yashasvi Jaiswal not figuring in the ODI scheme of things. I would. This is my sincere request to the Indian selectors to please put him into the ODI squad as well. Well, thank you very much, dear friends and subscribers. I hope you all love my broadcast, and it's about time for me to wind up on this cricket show. But promising you that you'll be seeing me once again, all life and blood, in my next cricket show tomorrow on Cricket Happenings. Thank you.